and then Saturday.
Sure.
Na Sunday wadi kaka ne sremo. Mo mutation na mo besa mo hwe no. Mo betimi a join e wo Insha TV e wo YouTube. And then when I show no at the Abramo, you can also join on radio, of course. I will Insha FM, Asampa FM, and the affiliates in Inyanti. Yeah, Mama Koba Rich. I am not Saturdays. Apart from CSC Major League Cinema, now yeah, the preview analysis, Saying in Drua, I am more interested in Adia Medjin over the weekend, no. Like throughout the week, and I am best me ba na yedi hon kobo kaka. So before I go into my main menu, I want us to have a conversation on adebi a wo ma adwene mu. Oba Ghana ha yeta di nkomo bi when we are talking about football operations in Ghana. Yeta ka say ofa akra bi ba o team mu a Evans a Kotoko has as gold Bichim. Nase Obama ona offer biba Fabrantiana. Yet I did dim commodity diagrose. A whole say ne wo fane ma me ne papa no bia ba secretary to say omo be po acho say omo ma ne nko ne sika na ewu mu no. And we used to have that conversation. Say adding, say you hold on to a player if deal be a banana player the person okwa. Rich, whenever we are having that kind of conversation, I am mostly we don't look at club in the perspective. We only look at player no and what they do just to instigate a move out of the club. Now this we are. We've also had discussions on when Team BL got a string of bad results. Now the popular opinion is coach the young permanent no free club in Munko. Then we come and say, now what about the players? Because Omunamoko Park so and when Omudensu Baby na Nkoya, you see your coach in Yadi. And it came to a point where Mekai says Fabregas money other players. Ababeka publicly said, ya promo coach be maneko, but Omu players no feel guilty. Say Oman put it up Omu best. Even to the extent say Rich, you tell him come on when we are having football conversations, say, coach so one show we are. Players beat me as sabotage. So we come back to have a discussion on player power. Players omutumia omo club. Now Rich, say you the sound come anyway. Everyone into transfer. There is another big issue. Like Majune say, if you were to be a club administrator and you are confronted by these kind of issues, how do you go about it? Rich, there is a picture of Alexander Isak and a Sky Sports graphic, and I'm going to say Isak lands back in Newcastle. Obian new story way when Isak all of a sudden say on Newcastle and come trip in Asia and that he wants to move. I'm so okay to Koyaba. Yaba no be resolve matter. Omoti answer Alexander Isak echo Spain. Say instead of so the team betu kwano, on the Real Sociedad create training. Then they update by so Isak Asaba back to Newcastle. Then subsequently almost and the house look abante na there. But the way the situation is here, only reserve team no training and as uncle training separately. And on unko Newcastle training grounds group training, not on unko so any training, baby, and all of that. Rich, and you is before Victor Jokers, Ebenyani moved to Arsenal. We all know the stories. Abrantier no the vacation. Then the agent met the president of Sporting Club de Portugal. So, Massa, you need to go Vienna or your sporting director. Our agreement. said this summer idea ye be move you na obi ni sika say ba be mama yako then the president say oh there be Mr. Mwa eno dey wo go Vienna mo asem the mimi say yes so obi offer ba ye bet mama ban tell Victor Jokeres akọ but ye pesika say agent is there be onye sa ni agree sika na ye ne kan e wo fom rich entawantawa na akodi di mu a afei asem ne say Victor Jokeres our vacation aton krase masa mo ya ma mebuafu and that Samuel Shea I will come to Portugal and I will grant press conference na ma church amasem na ma kan kwachi obia rich and common side discussion crisis no e so a Sporting Club de Portugal started training na Victor Jokeres on back training no obey bibia just to instigate the move out of the club na oko Arsenal then fortunately for him Arsenal came in. Arsenal were willing to pay, even including say on one gasa Victor Jokeres the agent had to forgo the agency fee and say look hey entawantawo I don't like it me sika ba de baba me kwano mo fa hihye na esonte na yentimi movie on. I am talking about players during transfer window they stage some kind of deviant behavior against omo club just to make sure say omenyo mba bia akọ which recently anya Victor Jokeres nkwa this week ya want to demo look pass so buy they write a whole full thesis e cheche na semu so obesum e dey no nyam Atlanta na tama Paris Saint-Germain kwa ba obeso ko musi onye ntowase e afem na so kwa Inter discover musi mane nko na de tina club no eyesa then we heard from the CEO of Atlanta say masa no kwere say asam na abante de kan wato bo ni sesi agreement na ne wo no was for club outside Italy say a club say what Italy ngwadia enye sa ne kan rich then the following day and say Ademola Lookman on co training ever seen the yenti bi mazi omo update on Lookman whether was starting training and whether the unpersonal they are finding a solution eja Ademola Lookman nko Abante FN is Javi Simons. Chelsea is opel. No credit. But rich, Abante is also to push for a move to Chelsea. On also saw Messiah me ya. Mitia me ya. RB Leipzig I pre-season airborne matches on Bobby. The last game of RB Leipzig boy, then he came back to say okay, after the member. And in TFC Germany, say Abante them will say German clubs no. Say Omobatona, and also after was starting a good boy because they are all you know, they will not mind him. Opa Kotrefi.
So man Dembele yebi. Or Dortmund before Obe Compass.
They will not mind you.
I'm with you, cry.
Rich. Me problem and now me dey for us to discuss, including Omo sharing in our TV, you know. And they say, Rich, how do we have a discussion of player anything or contract? Then there's an offer for the player, and I say player who wants to leave. Klaba Epeno Eddie Sikaba. A negotiation between club to club. Say if Omo find a solution. Why do we hear these stories of players show Subaimi just to like muddy the waters and show behavior? Say I can't stay Mamenko. Sometimes in a place in the way say Subaina older than you know. Even club now the class who can say Sabento or Sadia when you mudia. Now or the year club now, Yakoko to the film one day Obama Honas or he has shown that behavior.
And clubs now players.
And also see another point. Some of the clubs they meet your agent and they say I'm comfortable me stubborn. So Opa say uye bibidia Opa kosho mo ufo kakra. Na omonka sa okwa ya brel. Hey, move scan man na yenton man nko. But rich, so ultimately Abante yes no ko yes our the club na. Can we say that no? So be so penefu so wa. The person can simply tell Abante to come and do the same thing to you. Rich, Me jinjin sa de we wana. Me ka say you see, this is the FIFA regulations on the status and transfer of players. Rich, if you go through this regulations, over registration of players, na ocean your money more. The moment you get to Ivy, maintenance of contractual stability between professionals and clubs. Rich, the first one, which is Article 13, talks about respect of contracts. Respect of contracts.
16.
Page 16, Article 13 of the FIFA regulations on player transfers. Into Oko, page 16. Rich, it is very, very dear to FIFA's hearts. And the FIFA Akumaso. And until end of this Article 13, a contract between a professional and a club may only be terminated upon expiry of the terms of the contract or by mutual agreement. But Rich, in Pimpi, players for contracts. I can 2 years. I can 1 year. I can 3 years. But Ojini say, and Tokako Minko training, Kasachichie can get him out of the situation. And sometimes, because the players are popular and the club administrators are not in Europe, they always win. Then sometimes, yes, some people will come and quote, oh, Naskano Mucha say, yeah. You don't determine the price of a player to a club. What club not check?
Me want the panels or contract.
Nancy, ABC local. This guy, this Kotoko Kotoni Free Park Academy, Peter Miduakwa. Rich, nobody spoke on behalf of Kotoko. There's some trouble for me. There was a club from Germany. Almost all Peter Miduakwa Kotoko Amananko. And I have granted at some point it affected his performance. But Rich, how many people knew? And I'm catching a say, sir, did I buy was to make Peter Miduakwa go for free. There was no club in Germany that was willing to pay a transfer fee for Peter Miduakwa. Now we are Kotoko, will you allow him to go for free? No. Good thing they said Peter Miduakwa and Tietia, but it affected him psychologically. But the point I am making is, Rich, we hear a lot of these stories. Players person call club be person autonomous, or finish or club ni minyamebo. Then no one starts saying my funny behaviors. Once they have a contract. And you're peculiar to only local players. You're crying and they say, you're off a phone. Yes, you are for near my mini papa. No, Marco, yeah, oh, Miss Ramona, or Mudi, yeah, quite chinchilla, Bemanako. What's rich and my food here? Players now, Kasankasa. They will stage high level of indiscipline in your club just to instigate a move. Now, Rich, do you know, sir? Yes, say Newcastle owners, you know. From Saudi Arabia, Rich, have met Ishak and they've told him, look, Abrantier, ye come waswati, ye nton ne and ton watchna and my Liverpool.
Wow. Because say Abamania, he was shaky for
Rich,
oh your money, have it.
And may I sure say they are frustrated by near omunya replacement, you know. Omuko player biawa, the latest is Benjamin Sesko. And see, okay, we tried say enka yebenya replacement ni amwako. By a nyebi. So now we have to also meet you hardball. And they've told him the ball when you're at the high level, board no. Told Abrantier direct. You ever say Kotoko player be person or corner Karim Zito. Nana Pinka comes straight to you and tell you, look, you are not for sale. Yama won't go, baby. Case closed. So far, they are less than Ishaka Yebi and rich Wayetum. Now, after the board has told him, say, Yen we are waiting for what he will do. Yeah, who be there? It always ends in two ways. Whether you come to acceptance and start rich, as I'm afraid also about training and all your work, babies and send a boys inside the Juatum and how you can find a communication around you to communicate to the supporters. So, in some number teaching the Isaac and some no movie and the lower be the sea because what you are because you have a contract with the club. If they don't allow you to go, you will play. And Rich, can you believe that you play in front of your supporters and they are hooting at you? And they are calling you traitor. And see, a situation be one day if I should be a football administrator and I'm confronted by a player on him work contracts. Na deal be abana me gidi say in many interest as a club deal where the M1 me no player ni tia no or can someone until about the so fast no more bombard me say na the oye ni nye once they don't even know the details once they are not even thinking about me as a club because Rich me no as a contract me tia oka ma qualify for Champions League you are one of my best players and you say I should leave you to go. Me can't just have me. Me can't just have it all. Me can't just I don't have money to maintain you. Those situations are quite milky. You better have what the future holds for Abante friend Ishak, but the bomb and they say the board has told him he is not for sale and they are not going to sell him to Liverpool. 100% decision, case closed. And you better how Ishak future no ebesiako. No Rich. I'm sorry, the first player in the Dimba me team of Manchester was Cristiano Ronaldo.
Because of Carlington.
Yes. And I remember so well the interview. Yeah.
That interview on Piers Morgan.
Yes.
Yeah.
And see, now me busa me say, how much me down and say, is it a case of so proverb will come can say the proverb that we to mean say enye bibia na e also what one okay it could be true but enye bibia na publicly you have to go and say it because Rich Sir Usha and Willie I'm about to show video of Carrington posted by Manchester United and BB of copyright essence BR. Rich, say Osha the way Omar Barreda. Any empenning for Omar year Juma Wino. And dear dance here, effort the work they've done our Carrington to meet a standard now. It goes straight to what Cristiano Ronaldo was saying. Because according to them, 18 months ago, and almost started some year innovation work. No, Carrington as no was the idea of Sir Alex Ferguson. Come Sir Alex Ferguson by Manchester United. No, or show Liverpool band the need of we need to build a first class training center. And I must see Carrington. You know, since Sir Alex Ferguson time, till the time Ronaldo come by, you know, it was still the same old Carrington. Ronaldo say, massa. We seem to be living in the past. You be being found. Because hey, ono kwano no, na pekasa, na de bibia obekwakwoka, bibia wo de wano betum, and na unkuwa na bibia nye, and na we nye, at the club no, uni wana club ni wana. Rich, this is even the documentary. Look at Carrington now.
The difference is
sir.
But I brought from the football to different level.
Oh my God. Rich, imagine say as a player, this is your office every day. This is where you go.
Share trophy cabinet. No. You almost say you know the trophy na sheshim.
Who's a rich? A hono enye cabinet no. And you just the reception.
Auntie, as a replica be near yes you.
What you say?
So who on a club now, Bobono?
See, this is the reception.
Goodness.
Yeah, just the lounge or the reception are the trophies, you know. For you to know. And see, by the time I'm far, Oko gym, Oko maybe a swimming pool, Oko training ground,
so we a new player. Who do reception on the air catcher as a look?
This is a great club.
Now,
yes.
And a resort-oriented club.
Look at this.
As all G trophy. A swimming pool, my goodness. Now we a player, I mean, come on. Oh my goodness.
Rich.
I often the football could develop.
So now that's on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I'm expecting the next episode to go back and say
on the PS Morgan now,
so they will say catch him. Now all of you are happy.
Yeah. Because me say me come out the chair. So Anya, you are a legend of the club. Think I be you ya me kana bonte ma minyanu mi o se sabre yanum ye sili ye ya grey omo de boy pa.
But you see obeka bonte when you have done the renovation I tell you keeping the fees na de to bonte you want everybody to see the new current in Amayen and which look at the place, just look at the place and it's also our officer or training. Rich, this environment sets you
up.
And
then over to me about YouTube, Insha TV. Never heard the new edifice, Carrington.
This is a physio room.
My goodness. Ayala had your football name said.
But I'm say, Rich, okay. BBC, you know, Miss Din Biao. Look, the King's project that Otunfo wants to do, they can simply do this. Rich, they can simply do this. Rich, BBC, what your friend say, to meet African standard. Rich, $3 million can erect this. $3 million can give you something like this. $3 million.
Look at the office.
And you can't tell me say Otunfo enya $3 million. Yeah, video baby tactics in here, you know. Now we have video sessions. Look at the dining set. Look. So this is now the new quarantine training grounds for Tima, your friend of Manchester United, and for me, my boy Cristiano Ronaldo Abaso, he did well. Say Otimi erase issue. Now it's enough of quarantine. Benjamin Sesko are arriving, and 5 years, and Manchester United, and in the area and a already we came to show. Say Tamanani play no Airbano. And Anope was signed a contract, you know, and Manchester United are making it public. Branson Abba. Now these are the first words as a Manchester United player. Or say the history of Manchester United is obviously very special. But what really excites me is the future. When we discussed the project, it was clear that everything is in place for this team to continue to grow and compete for the biggest trophies again soon. From the moment that I arrived, I could feel the positive energy and family environment that the club has created. It is clearly the perfect place to reach my maximum level and fulfill all my ambitions. And see, Benjamin Sesko is in. And the first was, and he said, "Oh, you're excited about that year at that club, a friend of Manchester United, and him, Honum, Rich. You put Sikana Modiakoto Sesko, and in terms of the ranks, it also fit in the history of the club. £73.9 million. And a Manchester United, Coffee out to RB Leipzig to get this striker. Now, Rich, why and a Manchester this is Squaba? I think Sound for New Way gives us a perfect reason why. Rich, Ubeji di say last season. Say uyi penalties. Every goals more. Manchester United. Per boy mo boy. Chances are mo create per statistics. I was a kamushe goals no. Manchester United were off by 11.4. It means say goals are mo create here. Not statistically. Yes, that's how also much. You went lower the number of goals also much by negative 11.4. Even for players amateur mama club Rich, they were able to exceed almost SGs. And the Bani Mwemo exceeded the SG by plus 7.5. Matthias Cunha exceeded there by 6.4. Benjamin Sesko exceeded there by 2.6. Now, Rich, yo, okay, if these players, per chances are creating more, even actually more goals than chances are creating more, if they put that together, Amorim will say, okay, yeah, Manchester United now you were negative 11.4. More than one come with any move. Now we make sure say at least your conversion rate per chance say make it no. Yentimi miti. Na si yetimi miti a probably ebe 15 for na yetimi ako yenim ewo. So probably that is the reason why Manchester added in Mwemo, Matthias Cunha, and now they've added Abrantia, your friend Benjamin Sesko. Now the moment that Sesko arrive here. And here and they say I'm sure na striker ordinary Rasmus Hojlund waka
on the zone yeah just say beton that I know bia Ayala
good yana munyo bia
me a chance can Newcastle be babat o mama
anopeya no reporter a free Italy urban say AC Milan are keen
any problem
to sign Rasmus Hojlund what do you say me gini say it was always likely say Sir Rasmus Hojlund be free Manchester. It was going to come from an Italian club because no Obama Atlanta.
Sure.
So they know him in Italy. So Oba England now for Omo muni mo Italy himself. Oba Baka e betimi afa yes AC Milan. And Omo ye keen on him.
Wrap up.
Rich, how do you see this team?
Solid. Super team. Is that Ayala? Let's go. Season Babe Urami.
Also solid super.
Yeah, best shit teams to be 7-8. Na me call for no almost Marco first about no. No, Pianim Hono. Matthias Cunha
in a 3-4 in a 3-4-3. Onana.
Yeah.
Then a 3 of Martinez delete Euro. Then 2 wing backs Dogu Ahmad. Then Enfifio Semunya Baleba and Bruno Fernandes. Then anymore in Momo Cunha Sesko.
This is a Wilson team. Wilson team. Is it the new Patrick Evra in Dogu? Fabatum say.
Okay, Rich. So what do we need a shit team we are? Would you say more weakness with him?
Yes, you know.
More backline.
Delete no.
Still na.
Still in this. Or your weakest link.
But we are comfortable with Ahmad as right wing back.
On the problem, they say, a bunny defense on the ball is good, but without the ball, on
so that is where in transitions, say Ahmad is known as a typical winger.
So, come on.
Until you have say more progressive ball. The unquote this position, right wing.
Yeah.
Now on push it in one inside as inverted number 10. Say the Euro can step in here, Delete can move, Martinez can move, Dogu will come. And see, in more defensive transitions, you can get a 4 back with Ahmad joining more. But in nominal position there, saying that more parking also no, is he at Rich. This team doesn't look bad at all. It doesn't look bad. And no man bakum yenubi. And a bit about this team. I realize your potential. Rich, if Sesko Barça say the first impression, and they say, I said there seems to be some excitement around the new environment. I said Nigeria as there's an anticipation say yeah be here this season. That is positive. Number 2, say this year Mumbo Europe meboa.
David.
Until there's no midweek. How be a
time and rest.
Mumbo said the last season Antonio Conte ebo Napoli no. Obo weekend no akwaje na home. No wa premier no obo weekend no akwaje na home. It was other class in every Europe no maba no mabo na mo de mu ni omua na mo de see ani.
Sure. Okay. Win some team.
Win some
team. Eh, keke.
Monday out.
Oshe team no paper so it's scary. Ho animu no. Monday
me ba ka ba le ba won se time ko. If you come on so hu hia me party. If you Monday ko no. Me ba ka ba le ba ho asem then because I had planned for a lot of things I bet me I can asem including Barcelona money and nti wo de yemfa ensiana yemedi vie komo.